Before I start, I'd like to thank Osen3629 for suggesting this video. And for anyone that wants me to play a particular game with the intent of reviewing it, please tell me in the comments below. I greatly appreciate it. Also, Osen3629, I apologize for what's about to come. SNOWBREAK Containment Zone is a gacha-style third-person shooter that focuses on a story that, well, we'll get into that later in the video. For now, though, I'm going to go through all the different aspects of the game in a completely arbitrary order of my choosing, first of which will be the tutorial. Now, what you're seeing on the screen right now is me playing through part of the first tutorial mission, and it's fine. It tells you the basic controls. The sensitivity for the aiming is far too high for me from the start, which, as you can see, I'm going through the settings, having to change it, figure out how to get it to the right point. I mean, really, how much this flicks about it, it's just too high for a start. But that's personal opinion, of course. Now, the further missions in the game will give you more information, give more of tutorials. Blah, what is wrong with my way of speaking? Gives you more tutorials, though there are quite a few weird design choices that I don't quite understand. For example, the first mission that has you have two characters in the party, you'd think, well, this is where the game's going to teach me how to switch between characters. But no. Despite the game having two characters in the party, and showing that you press the 2 button to switch to the other character, the game doesn't let you. Pressing the 2 button to switch doesn't do anything. Which really just makes me wonder why they even bothered to have another character here in the first place. Then the next mission has you going back to just using one character, which makes it even more pointless. The tutorial's alright, but how's the gameplay itself? Well, it's, again, alright. The gameplay is, to put it simply, just you shooting enemies with guns and using your skill whenever it's available, and using your ultimate whenever it's available. That's really it. Some of the enemies have some interesting parts to them, such as, well, some mechs that have parts that you can destroy to prevent them from using a certain attack or reveal a weak spot. Or turrets that have forward-facing armor that you have to run around to actually deal any damage to them. But for the most part, most of the enemies are just people with guns. Also, the AI doesn't always work that well for the enemies. There are several times when I was playing that the enemies just decided to stand around staring at me for several seconds, not doing anything before suddenly deciding to shoot. And overall, the gameplay seems to have some jank. Such as sometimes when you aim down the scope, it quickly shoots back and forth between you aiming down the scope and not aiming down the scope for some reason I don't understand. So, Now the next part I'm going to cover is the many menus this game has on the main menu. What a sentence. Now it might seem weird for me to bring this up as one of the aspects of the game, but with how much there is, it is genuinely overloading for someone that's just getting into this for the first time. Also, you throw in the fact that the game sends you a metric ton of in-game mail as soon as you can access the mail. Doesn't help. Made even worse by the fact that all the mail is giving you just countless different currencies and items and things that you don't know anything about. doesn't help you at all. It just makes everything more confusing. Actually, I mentioned it there, but this game's currency system, it is abhorrent. What I mean by this is that there are so many different currencies in this game. There's way too many. Most of them, I don't even know really what they're used for, if I'm being honest. In fact, I think the best way I can describe it is to just show my reaction here. Okay, those, of course, and... What even is this? I don't think I want to know. Oh, another currency. Great. Another... How do I have 200 of these? I don't even know what they are. Another one? Oh, another... Is every one of these going to have a different currency? This one is 2. Oh, another... Oh! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 currencies. Hey, what the hell? 14 different damn currencies. 14. And also, I didn't manage to record it in a moment, but when you first arrive on the main menu, you receive just an absolute flurry of pop-ups, like pop-ups. Like, it takes like 20 seconds of just clicking, of closing them to get through all of them. Now, all these pop-ups are for a litany of events that the game is running, and I imagine at any given time. Some of which, if I'm to be perfectly honest, I was a little scared to learn anything about, as you can probably see on the screen here. Now, normally, the next thing I would talk about is the game's story, but honestly, I really don't know what the story's about. I'm a person that likes game stories, but this story, whatever the hell it is, I'll start with this. The game starts with the time-honored trope of the main character having a fragmented memory, which it should work well. It's been done a million times, and it should work well. I mean, it allows it so that whenever someone talks to your character about a term that you personally don't understand, whenever a character does that, it allows your character to just go, I'm sorry, but what is that? Without breaking the immersion of the world because they don't remember. Obviously. That's why so many things do it. But it doesn't work. It does not work when the character, whenever someone talks about something that you don't know, the main character still remembers despite having a damaged memory. Literally almost every single time that someone talks about something in this game that I don't have any idea about, I know nothing about, my character just goes, oh yeah, I know what that is, without giving me any explanation. None at all. So, there's no way for me to know what's going on. Now, there are times that certain terms be highlighted in blue text, which would normally allow you to click on it to learn more about the game. Learn more about that term, sorry. And this game does that. Except for the fact that you can't just click on it like in other games. No, you have to go into the dialogue log and click on it from there to learn more. But what happens if the scene changes and you can't go into that dialogue log anymore? Well, you're screwed. There's no other place to look up what that information is in the game, so you're just screwed when it comes to learning about it. It's all it's just stupid, and it leads to you not understanding why you're doing any of the things the story has you doing. But as I played through this, I think I came to understand why the game didn't do much with the story. It doesn't put a lot of effort into it. For you see, the story isn't the focus of this game. Hell, the gunplay, I would say that's not even the focus of this game. For you see, once you've completed enough missions, you unlock the base area. A place where you can interact with all the characters you pulled. And it's here that everything started to make sense to me. On the screen now, you should see... Okay, you should see right here. This is the real gameplay of this game. This right here is the real gameplay. This is why people play this game. This is the gameplay. This game's a lust trap. I mean, how else could you possibly explain what you're seeing right now, other than calling it a lust trap? It's what it is. The only explanation. You know, there are a number of other things in my notes that I intended to bring up in this review. You know, like the lack of voice acting in most of the story beats. The fact that menus sometimes just randomly close on their own in this game. For some reason, I still don't understand why. The fact that some of the gacha banners don't even let you see what gun type the character you're trying to pull uses. Most do, but some just refuse to do it for some reason. And the fact that the art in this game can actually be pretty damn good at times. But if I had to describe this game in one word, it'd just be disappointing. Every time I started playing this, I would just get hit by a wave of disappointment that made me not want to play anymore. Hell, I didn't even get that far into the game, if I'm being honest, because I just couldn't bring myself to play it any longer. So yeah, my review of this game is that's disappointing. I mean, I'm obviously not the target audience. Lust traps don't really work on me, but even without that, it's just disappointing. For those that have watched this far, thank you so much. As I said before, please tell me about any games you want me to review. If you have any criticisms, please tell me. I want to get better at this. If you could, please leave a like. Leave a like. It's always appreciated. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye.